We're going to do a video on sinkhole versus settlement homes. I'm Randy Jenkins. Let's talk about sinkhole homes. Sinkhole homes or sinkholes are properties affected by a sudden collapse in the ground surface, typically caused by the dissolution of soluble bedrock. Sinkholes can develop rapidly, causing immediate and often severe structural damage. Sinkholes are a naturally occurring phenomenon that can occur around the world, including Florida. Sinkholes are often formed when the underground limestone erodes, causing the land above to collapse. In Florida, which sits on a bed of limestone, sinkholes are relatively common. Settlement homes are properties affected by gradual settling or subsidence of the ground. Settlement can result from factors such as soil consolidation, poor compaction during construction, or changes in moisture content. These are settlement issues that develop over time, often showing up as cracks in the walls or uneven surface, misaligned doors or windows. Signs may become more apparent as the home ages or as environmental conditions change. Settlement homes may require foundation repair, and the damage is less severe because the damage occurs over time. Now, there's a real challenge regarding discussion about homes that have been repaired versus homes that have had settlement issues and have not been repaired. When a homeowner calls their insurance company, they send out an engineer to do an analysis. That engineer will pull a permit for a sinkhole investigation, and the county immediately codes that home as sinkhole activity unknown or sinkhole activity, and they've changed the wording over the years on the description. If the home has settlement and it has been repaired, it becomes a settlement repaired home, and we're going to look at some specific examples of both of these. Now, why is there some confusion here? Well, this comes out of an actual sinkhole report. The distress to this residence consists of minor cracking of a cosmetic, not structural nature. There are several potential causes, including contraction and expansion of material, poor construction, lack of maintenance, inadequate foundation embedment, uneven foundation support from shallow subsurface soils, and sinkhole activity. Now, it doesn't say sinkhole activity. It says there are several potential causes. So the key difference, sinkhole homes experience sudden catastrophic failure. Sinkholes result from geological processes, while settlement is typically related to soil composition or construction factors. Signs of sinkholes include sudden structural damage. Sinkhole repairs are extensive, and really a true sinkhole is probably never going to be repaired. What they repair is settlement, and settlement and sinkhole haven't become synonymous, but if you don't understand, then you would think it was sinkhole, where's the sinkhole? Well, they don't know if it's a sinkhole, the damage to the home is because of sinkhole activity, or whether it's because of uneven embedment, or because it's contraction or expansion, or poor construction, or lack of maintenance, or humidity, or so they don't know. But it does say it could be from sinkhole activity. So they categorize the home as a sinkhole activity unknown or sinkhole activity. Now, I always say, is this a settlement event or an insurance event? Because oftentimes insurance events evolved into, not evolved, but these houses are coded as sinkhole unknown or sinkhole activity because they haven't been repaired. And because the report says it could be from that. So how does the county keep track, and how do I find it? What are the disclosure rules? Is it a sinkhole or is it settlement? And we're going to go into that. Now, there are a number of laws regarding disclosure for sinkholes. You must disclose if your home is a sinkhole home or if the home next door is a sinkhole home. And let's face it, the ground is not solid. So let's jump into what's really going on out there. And I'm in the wrong. Here we go. So there's a massive cave system under Florida. And the reason you can drill a well and go down 100 or 200 or 500 feet and get water is because the ground is not solid. There are lots of sinkhole diving, scuba diving locations in the world, and there's a lot of them in Florida where you can go scuba diving in sinkholes. And here's some maps for it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the property appraiser site. One of those famous scuba diving locations is right here. You can't see it, but that right there is a very famous scuba diving hole that is famous. Now, this neighborhood, I'm going to use this as an example because you can literally, now you and I can't do it, but somebody could theoretically go down this into this pond and swim across and come out in that pond. And it's very, very dangerous. But what I want to do is I want to show you these homes, these aren't catastrophic ground collapses. But there are quite a few homes in this neighborhood as back in the day, independent insurance companies or agents walked down the neighborhood and they got all kinds of people to make claims on their insurance company for settlement. And these here yeller ones are homes that have been repaired, and these pink ones are homes that have not been repaired. And what you can see is you could drive through this neighborhood and you'd have no idea. That's an unrepaired sinkhole house. That's repaired, that's repaired, that's repaired. The pink is unrepaired, and that just means that they took the money and did not make the repair. Look at everybody around here had their homes repaired. And repairing, I mean, just look it up. It's pretty interesting what they do. But they just add some subsurface, either by piers and by a slurry of cement, and then they go in there and they fill in the holes. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and start clicking on some of these homes and show you what it looks like on this particular county's property appraiser. As you can see, it says stabilization remediation complete in 2006. Now, if it was one of the pink ones, let's grab one of the pink ones, and it says sinkhole activity 2006. So 19 years ago, this property had an event, and that event evolved into this house being categorized as a sinkhole activity 2006. So let's jump into back into the property appraiser site. Now, I'm using Pasco County because I am Mr. Pasco. Hillsborough has a different system, and Pinellas is incredibly challenging to verify whether a home is a sinkhole home or a settlement home. And if you have an interest in Pinellas County property real estate, please reach out to me, and I will help you determine if a property is indeed a sinkhole home or not. But some counties, Hernando County and Pasco County, are very diligent about identifying these properties and making it available in the public record. But a lot of these counties don't have this resource. As you can see, here are 9,358 properties in Pasco County that have some kind of soil event, repaired, unrepaired, repaired, unrepaired. And there's actually a third one called sinkhole activity without any damage, which is, I don't know if, well, it is what it is. So if you're looking to shop for real estate and you don't know what you're doing, and your realtor is not, or your advisor is not helping you figure out whether there is a disclosure for sinkhole or sinkhole activity or settlement, and you just don't know, well, then you need to know. The challenge, if you pull a permit, we already talked about it, the term sinkhole activity is used interchangeably for settlement. Not sure if I agree with that completely, but the net result is that neighborhood is full of homes and there's not catastrophic ground collapse. There is settlement. How is one home a sinkhole and the home next door it's not? What's the implication of value? I can go through that with you if you have an interest. Feel free to reach out to me. I enjoy the opportunity to share this with you. Have a great day. Bye now.